Hi, I'm Chef Tammy Brawley from the Green Kitchen, and welcome to Heart of the Home. Today I want to show you guys how to make a delicious zucchini tart with that summer zucchini coming into your gardens. We're going to start with a pie crust. This is a store-bought pie crust. Feel free to make a homemade one if you'd like. And we're going to have a piece of parchment paper waiting. Put it on top of your pie crust. We're going to fill it. We're going to pre-bake the crust before we do the tart. And what we're going to do is we're going to use ceramic pie weights to put into the pie shell. Now, these are heavy, and they are supposed to be because they're going to weight the shell down. You can certainly use these. You can purchase these online, or you can use dried beans or even rice. Something that's going to simply weight the pie shell down. We have our oven on 400 degrees. We're going to pop it in the oven for about 15 minutes. Then we're going to remove the pie weights, and then it's going to bake again for about 5 minutes. All right, so while our pie crust is baking in the oven, we're going to do our prep for the zucchini tart. We need a mandolin or a knife. We'll talk about that in a few moments. And you're going to need either a mixer or a food processor. I like to cut the ends of the zucchini off at an angle because I want them to be on the bias when we put them in the tart. I like to leave the core intact because I know that's when I'm supposed to stop. So this is going to be very fast. All right. We're going to put the zucchini slices in a large bowl. And then we're going to make our dressing. I have a partial amount already in the food processor, so we're just going to make about half here. Got some delicious fresh herbs from the garden. I have got some basil, some parsley, and some fresh thyme, and then the basil and the parsley right into the food processor. I have 3 cloves of garlic here I'm going to toss in. If you like garlic, then use more. We want to do about a quarter of a teaspoon or so of salt and pepper. While that's blending, you want to come back with about a 1/3 cup of olive oil. And then you want to take your dressing out. And I'm using a spatula. I certainly don't want to put my hand in there where that blade is. Now you can certainly use a spoon or a spatula here. I personally prefer to get in here with my hands. So I put a glove on. You're going to toss that zucchini with that wonderful dressing. Keep in mind what I said. It was parsley and basil and thyme. What if you have rosemary? Certainly use rosemary. If you don't have any parsley, don't worry about it. Don't use it. Your herbs of your choice. So once our pie crust is through baking, we're going to paint the pie crust with Dijon mustard. Then we're going to layer some cheese in it, and then we're going to toss our zucchini in it, and then we're going to bake it. So stay tuned. All right, so now our pie crust has actually baked about 20 minutes. 15 minutes with the pie weights, and then 5 minutes without. So we dump the pie weights into a metal bowl where they'll stay and they'll be cool for me to store later. And what we're going to do here is we're going to paint it, quote unquote, with some Dijon mustard. We're going to use a basting brush. You can certainly use a spreader if you want to. You want to baste it up until the top part of the crust. And get that nice and coated. And you want to have some cheese waiting, and really whatever cheese you like. I happen to have some seriously sharp cheddar. All right, then you want to come back and you want to layer your zucchini around in a nice decorative pattern. We're going to shingle it, as they say. And again, I'm going to use gloves. It just makes it a little easier. Handling this with tongs is a little cumbersome. So we're going to put our zucchini slices in here and fill it up. I'm going to go back in the opposite direction now, in the middle of the tart. And as you can see, we're layering it or shingling it. A delicious zucchini tart that's going to go into the oven now for about 30 minutes. And there you have it. A nice summertime treat with that zucchini coming out of your garden, a zucchini tart. Join us next time on Heart of the Home.
Recipes from the heart of the home can be found on the Virginia Farm Bureau website at vafb.com/recipes, as well as on Chef Tammy Brawley's website at greenkitchenrichmond.com.